All right, we are live. Okay, we are live. It is Wednesday night. I wanted to jump on here and talk about Mark Pope's press conference. He talked to KSR interview. So if you're watching this back, I appreciate you watching this back. I may or may not delete this. We'll see if anybody wants to get on and talk tonight. What's up, everybody? Basketball. We'll do Kentucky Basketball Nation. I got the basketball up back there. So, um, no, Mark Pope gave an interesting. Any interview he gives is interesting to Matt Jones. So I don't know if everybody saw that or not, but he had a couple topics. Um, yeah, we'll see if some people get in here. I got a football video coming out on a high school recruit that nobody's talking about. He's a three-star, but he's a tight end, and he's 6'5", 220, and he's going to be good. So Trey Proctor is his name, if you don't know who that is. Trey Proctor. I'm going to do a video on him where I actually break down the film and myself, and you'll see that, hey, this dude can play wide receiver or tight end. So been looking over our high school recruits for 2026. You can find film of defensive players, but it's hard to say, to tell anything about a defensive lineman other than our linebacker. But no, this Trey Proctor kid stands out. But we'll talk about basketball if anybody wants to come in here. Because yes, if you're watching this back, like I said, once again, thanks for watching this back. But Mark Pope talked about we have 14 players. Are we going to get a 15th player? He said it depends. If we see somebody he wants, he'll take him. If he doesn't, he won't. Uh, so that's Mark Pope uses a lot of words to say something. The word of the day for him is creators. We have a creator's vibe in practice. He likes creators. He likes that word, creator. So he used that. He says there's a lot of juice in practice. That's good. We need juice in practice, right? But he said the team is built to be creators. Okay. I hope it's creators of defense also, because the creators of offense is fine, but you better be some creators of defense. Talked about Monsilovich. Everybody says Milan. I don't know why nobody calls him by his last name, Milan Monsilovich. We talked about, people were asking questions. Matt Jones. There wasn't a lot of information coming out during the signing period. We weren't getting people, and he's like, well, you can't say much during the negotiating phase. That's why we didn't put out, which I don't know what he would have said. We weren't getting people at that time. So he just said that you don't want to give up too much information during negotiation. So, okay, that's nice. I just wrote down a few notes because I listened to it. What's up, WKRP? Yeah, you know what? Now that you're talking about that WKRP, I had my shotgun back there in the corner, and I forgot to take. I took it out. See, it's not there. I was sitting there talking, and I realized the big two shotguns back there, and I kept doing this right here. I got to the corner of the screen. I love those guys. I love Big Mike and BC, Brian Carter. Loyal BBN. Shout out to Loyal BBN. If you're not subscribed and you're watching this channel, subscribe to Loyal BBN Fan Show. I always try to, I get along real well with those guys. So I love going back and forth. Somebody's going to have me on Arizona State podcast, a different one. Cutter Bowley was ranked dead last by somebody and at the lower part of get out of here. So I'm going to go on that. You brought it back for a couple of shows. But I didn't say anything. Yeah, I don't want to move them all. I like having them in the corner of my bedroom. I have them right there. If something goes down, this is sort of the middle room of the house. So I can have. Not that I need one, but yeah, I gotta remember to move them. It's just a pain in the butt. If I'm doing my show, I usually leave them there. But if I go on somebody else's show, I gotta remember. Hey, who else has a big ass shotgun sitting in their office? Nobody. So yeah, I gotta remember not to do that. But we're talking basketball. But I am doing football video now that you got in here on a tight end named Trey Proctor that we got. He's a three-star kid. He's 6'5", 220. This dude's good. Can play wide receiver, fast. I break down the film, so I'll have that coming out over the weekend. I'll probably put it out tomorrow. So yeah, yeah, to the chat in line. Yeah, that's right. We get out the shotgun. Yeah, I like shotguns. In fact, I got shotgun training with the airport coming up. We have to take wildlife sometimes, so I get to go shoot for free. So there you go. No, we're talking about Mark Pope. He was on. Man, I don't know if you saw his interview with KSR. It was okay. I mean, he did well. He did his. Mark Pope did what Mark Pope does. He half answers questions, and sometimes he answers them, and sometimes he doesn't. I get it. You got to be a politician. Uh, so, but no. What did he say? They all the pieces. I don't know why. He said all the pieces on this team were made to fit Milan Masilovic. That was their guy. I guess they knew they were going to get him from what he was saying. So I don't know. But he's like, yeah, we built the whole team. So we built the whole team around this guy. So hopefully nothing happens to that guy. Knock on wood, because something happens to Masilovic, then yeah. He did talk about injuries. We just have fluke injuries, which we do. He said something about, I mean, this guy loves stats, man. He loves words and stats. He loves words and stats. He said we had the lowest soft tissue injuries in the SEC. How the hell you track that? Who's sitting around tracking what kind of injury do they have over there at Auburn? Is that so? I mean, I don't know who tracks soft tissue injuries, but I just gotta laugh at this dude, man. I mean, I'm gonna believe him if he says it. We had the lowest soft tissue injuries. I'm like, how would you? Who the hell's tracking that? But anyway, we had some fluke injuries the last couple of years. Okay, it happens. What are you going to do if you're watching this back? Yeah, I mean, look, and yeah, shoulders. You can only do so much to, if you hit your shoulder, I mean, that's a joint. There's not much you can do about that. They can't lift. It's not working out as somebody works out. You can't. You can only strengthen your shoulder so much. If you get hit and right, it's like your knee. He was talking about Mason Williams. This little dude, well, he's a little dude. He's 6'2", 185. He's a big muscular guy. So he said he has a college-ready body, and he's a great shooter. Everybody's a great shooter. So, yeah, Mason Williams. We'll see. John Rusty has a nice interview with Mark Pope. Okay, good. I mean, Matt Jones did okay. And, Mark Pope, he did okay. I mean, he answered what he wanted to answer. I get it. What did they talk about? Oh, they didn't talk about somebody asked about I think it was Matt Jones, about the Ferrari comment. Did he regret the Ferrari comment last year? His answer should have been yes, but it was no. I get it. You're not going to say you're wrong. Does it matter at this point? Whatever happened the past 2 years, that's over with. Win this year and it'll all make up. What did he say? UK is a developer of players. We want to get players to the NBA. Okay. Wow. All right. Well, good. Every Division I team like Kentucky should be a developer of players. If you're not a developer of players, yeah, you're in trouble anyway. So he talked about that. Is he going to hire another assistant? I love his answers. He uses a lot of words. He reminds me real quick. I don't know if you guys like email. You'll email somebody a simple yes or no question, like to your supervisor, your boss, and it's a simple yes or no. And they write like 6 paragraphs. You got to read through like it's a Hemingway novel to get to the answer, yes or no. Sometimes he does that with his words. So he may hire assistant, he may not. It depends. We're not getting Jamal Crawford. So yeah, he's not leaving broadcasting. So there you go. Here's another. They talked about camps. The answer on this, I don't know why he does this. They talked about father-son camps and daddy-daughter. UK's not doing any camps this year. So he says on one hand, well, we might not do any, or we might do a lot. So that was his answer. Well, we may do a lot, or we may not. So camps, I don't know. Like I said, you could just say I haven't made up my mind yet, but you meant this big long answer. We may not do any, or we may do a lot. So anyway, camps, yeah, we may get another player. They asked him about shaving his head. Okay. Didn't even answer the question. He talked about his beard. So yeah, I guess might keep the beard. Why do I care? It's like chewing gum. I don't care if the dude. Somebody wrote that in on an email. That was an email question. That's why I was asked. Why don't you let your hair grow out? And man, who cares? At the end of the day, he does have that lurch look, though. Yeah, so I would keep the beard. Vegas. Here's something I don't understand. We're going to Vegas. We're trying to get. What did he say? I'm going to get ahead of myself. Okay, so we're going to Vegas. Okay, we're not going to play in any games. We're going to watch summer league games and develop relationships with the NBA. So the team's going to Vegas, but maybe they're going to practice, but I don't think they're going to play. But something about they're trying to get a waiver. So I don't know if we're going to go on a trip or He just kept saying something about I can't talk about it. We're trying to get a waiver. I wish you would just say, hey, we are trying to go on a trip, or we might not be. Dude, that's all you gotta say. So I don't know what the answer is. We are going to Vegas. The whole team's going there to practice and watch NBA summer league games. Work on relationships. Dude. I mean, come on. Just get in the gym. Last 2 years, does he have any regrets? Of course, he said no. Which, whatever, fine. What is he? Yes, stay healthy and have less soft tissue injuries. I like that. That's the goal. That's one of his goals. That's a good, like I said. And at the end, Trent Noah is the best player in camp. Okay. But once in a while, like I was saying on Loyal BBN, it's practice. Okay. I mean, he's the best player in practice. He's shooting 70% from three. Look, man, it's practice. Okay. You ain't going to be shooting 70% from, if you are from 3-point land, you'll be first round NBA pick. You'll be the first pick in the draft. Yeah. I mean, look, I like Trent Noah and hopefully he will hit the gym. But yeah, and he's having a great camp. Okay, great. As we said, Allen Iverson, I think that's what me and Big Mike talked about. When Allen Iverson was saying it's practice, I think they fined him for not going. It's practice, man. So it's practice. But it's nice that he's doing well. But he loves stats, man. Stats and words. That's Mark Pope. He'll track anything. If he tracks soft tissue injuries, I mean, like I said, I don't even know how would you get that information? How would you know how many soft tissue injuries Vanderbilt had? Did you call him up? Hey man, I got a question. I don't know. What's up, Corey? Trent. Oh, yeah, Trent's always been a practice officer. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's great that people say that. And Mason Williams is a college-ready body. What the hell does that mean? Everybody should have a college. What's a non-college? I mean, there shouldn't be a player on the team that doesn't have a college-ready body. I mean, I know what he's saying. He's bragging about him being, bulked up. He's 185. He does look nice with his shirt off. Okay, I get it. It's nice that you have an NBA-ready body. Do you have a college-ready body? Do you have a college-ready brain? That's what I would like for our players to have. I like the body. Let's have a college, ready brain, and then that way we know how to play defense. Yeah. So yeah, the word of the day is creating. We're a team of creators. I don't know what the hell that means. I think he means offense, but I hope it's a creator of defense and a creator of block shots and and a creator of, I don't know, not turn the ball over. So I understand what he's saying. He's using words to, a play on words, but no, Milan Masilovic is our main player. So I get it. And so there you go. That was what we been on, 14 minutes. It took me 14 minutes to tell you basically. I mean, he talked about Malachi Moreno, he almost went to the NBA, whatever. He didn't go to the NBA, so he's back. So yeah, look, our starting five is solid. After that, you're going to have to, as I said on Loyal BBN, look, we need Cam Williams. The people coming back got to play well. Cam Williams has to develop, has to be better. Trent Noah has to be better. Hawthorne has to be better. Reese Potter has to be better. I mean, come on, man. You're already on the team. You got to be better, especially Trent Noah and Cam. And I like Cam Williams. I'm not going to dog him. I like his dad. But look, man, I need more than 7 points, dude. And I wish he would get a mid-range shot, like a floater, because he can hit a three, and that's great. But, man, if he could ever, I wish some people would get in the lane and shoot. I hate this standing around, and then one person's moving on the zoom action, and then yeah, man, just somebody get in the lane and put up a shot, will you? Go to the basket. I think that's where Zoom Diallo comes in. So yeah, Zoom Diallo. Listen, that dude can finish. I said this on to Big Mike. Yeah, he can finish like through contact. If you watch film on him, and I watched a pretty good amount of film on him, and he can finish after he gets hit. He can still get it on the glass and get and one. That's we haven't had that. Well, we had that 2 years ago, but yeah. So he's a tough dude. So him and Will, look, we're good. Our starting five. It's just the next two or three. Yeah, who's coming off the bench? Trent Noah, Cam Williams. Yeah, Braden Hawthorne. If those dudes are good, we'll do something. We'll do something. I want to win the SEC. I don't care about. I don't even want to talk about the tournament or the non-conference game. I'm just getting tired of it. We're picked fifth right now. Fifth. Everybody's got us around fifth. Southeastern 16, which that's a nice channel. Shout out to Southeastern 16. We're fifth in the power rankings in most CBS in the SEC. We're like 15 to 20 preseason. So there you go. But yeah, I would like to stop getting. I would like to play on Saturday and Sunday. I would like to try to win the SEC. I really would like that. It's our football team. Yes, in football, our starters are fine. It's the backups, except on defense. We have a little depth on defense, but not on offensive line, wide receiver, running back. We got 3 running backs, plenty of tight ends. But I'm doing one. This Trey Proctor kid, this tight end that we got. I think he's from I forgot what state, North Carolina, whatever state he's from. Trey Proctor, 6'5". I mean, 220. Dude's fast. I mean, he never lined up as a tight end, by the way. They played 4 wides, and he was always lined up. So he could be a receiver, but that dude impresses me. So I am going to put a video out of him because I did not know who he was. And I was watching some of our players that we got. I'm like, okay, that guy's okay. That guy's okay. Then I was like, okay, who's that guy? Who's this 6'5" guy that's, so yeah. Did we get someone today? I don't think so. I did not see that we got somebody. Did we get some? I did not see that. I don't think we did. Let me make sure, though. I can look. Arizona. Well, why does there? Man, I'm gonna tell you what. KSR is following me. That's all right, KSR, man. Y'all. Every time I put something out, they put something out. No, I don't think we got anybody. I do not see that we got anybody, but that doesn't mean we didn't. Okay. I put a post out about Cutter Bowley because I was on Locked On Sun Devils, and I got in a thread conversation, and they were talking about Cutter Bowley's picked last, and he's picked 12th, and I got on there and said, no, his last 4 interceptions, Louisville and Vanderbilt, we were just trying to win the game. We were getting blown out. He didn't really throw 12 interceptions. He really threw about 7 or 8. Those interceptions in those last 2 games were just frustration. We're getting blown out. I have to go on there and tell them. People just read stats. These experts. I need to be a college football analyst expert because I know I could do better than that. But yeah, but no, I don't think we got anybody today. But Cutter Bowley's going to be 12th, 16th in that. Yeah, get out of here. They had some scrubs. DJ Lagway's in that, conference. Get out of here. So I was so I post that, and then today KSR posts something about Cutter Bowley. Hey man, y'all can follow me. Yeah, that's fine. Hey, take my ideas, man. That's cool. I'm a little dude, but that was my idea. But it's just because, and then now they want me to come on. So another Arizona State channel. So I may go on there. I have to go and tell people that's not right. Don't just look at Cutter Bowley's stats. We beat Florida. We beat Auburn. He's a good quarterback. That coach for them is a now they have receivers. We didn't. So Cutter Bowley will be fine. If nobody from Arizona State is going to be watching this, but yeah. But no, Corey, I did not see if we got a player today. I don't think we did. So I think we have 24 because we lost the 1 receiver. So we have 13 defense, 12 offense. So there you go. What's up, Derek? We were just talking about Mark Pope's press conference interview with Matt Jones today, which went pretty well. I mean, he answers questions the way he answers questions. I get it. But no, we're a team of creators. I don't know what that means exactly. I know what it means, but yeah. So we have a slogan. And I took the shotguns away from the. I was on Loyal BBN, and I enjoy going on Loyal BBN. And I was talking to those guys, and I had my shotguns back there in the corner, and I moved my chair over like this, and I was over in the corner because I'm like, man, got to remember, put the shotguns up, Tom. Put the shotguns up. Not if I'm on. I actually have them sitting over here, but no, what's up, Derek? We're just talking about basketball, man. We're a team of creators, and Milan Masilovic is the center. We built the team around him. The team is geared around him. Well, okay. Mississippi is in the house. All right, man. What's up, Tony? All right. What do you think of our basketball team overall? I think we have 5 really good starters. I think it's like football. We were just talking about this, Derek. It's like football. We got 5 really good starters, but I don't know about the rest of it. Yeah. The rest of the guys you have to develop. So, and he said we are a team of UK is a developer of players. That's what Mark Pope said. A developer. I like that. Developer of players. Yes. Which will probably help. Yes, we should be a developer. So I think our first 5 is good. I just don't know about our bench. We're preseason 5th in the SEC. Florida's ahead of us. Tennessee's ahead of us. Alabama's ahead of us. And I think Auburn or somebody else. I forgot who else. Most people are putting us fit. I want to win the SEC, man, in basketball. I'm getting tired of not winning that league. It's been, when's the last time we won that league? 2019? I mean, we need to win that league. 8 weeks. Is it 6? Well, whatever. 6, 8, whatever it is. 8, 6. It probably is 8. Yeah. Yeah. So, hey, we're getting ready. I have my series of 25 players you should be excited about every other night. So tonight I put on a Jared Lorenzen short, which is a really good short, a Louisville short. And then every other night, I think I'm on number 7 or 8 or whatever. So, yeah, 25 players you should get excited about. So, and there's some of them are dark horses, are, sleepers, sleeping on them. Who said Southeastern 16 said that KSR said that we need to run the ball and play defense. Now, where have you heard that? Who said, yes, we need to run the ball and stop people? That's how we're going to win games of football. Basketball, we got to play defense in basketball. We cannot play the kind of defense we played last year and leave people open. So, yeah, defense is the key to sports. Yeah, I think I agree, Tony. I think our defense, if our defense comes along, it'll keep us in some games and give us a chance to pull something out. Overall win totals. Oh, in basketball, Corey, are you talking about basketball or football? 6 wins in football, guys. 6. We can get to 6. I think we can upset somebody. I think we're going to get somebody. But, yeah, I mean, 6. The over-under is still 4.5, I think, in Vegas. Or, yes, 4.5. Or is it 5? No, it's 4.5 unless they raised it. Football. Okay, 6 wins, dude. We can get to 6. It's going to be hard. I don't know. Like, we'll see when we play Alabama, Texas A&M, you're going to know how good our defense is. You're going to know how good is our line. I'm going to tell you. So, yeah, it's hard. How good of a coach is Will Stein? Can he call a game? Can he manage a game? I don't know. I'll let you know. When we get to after the 3 games, you're going to know. Well, the 4th game is a non-con. So, yeah, I mean, look, we should be at least 2-2. But after that, man, it's tough sledding. Yes. But, yeah, I think 6 wins. Highest winning percentage in their sport. Cowboys and Wildcats have in common. Oh, and you mean in basketball, you mean? 8 wins, Tony? Okay, well, if we have 8 wins, he'll probably go to the NFL. We'll lose Wilstein if we get 8 or 9 wins. I mean, if I was the NFL team, I say that jokingly. I don't know that we can get 8. I think we can get 6 or 5 to 7 wins. Is if you sneak up, so it's gonna be hard. I mean, unless I mean, I think we can get somebody at home. We're gonna get LSU, Alabama, somebody. It's those road games at Oklahoma, at Texas A&M. We always lose in Knoxville. I mean, Missouri, we could get them. South Carolina. So yeah, I mean, there's 7, 6, 7. But did you said 8? That's a lot. Defense wins games. Yes, it does win games. And running the ball. Yeah, we're gonna run the football. Okay. Uh, we have to run the football. I mean, so yeah, I think people are finally catching on that Will Stein, and Will Stein's been saying it. I mean, I don't know how you could misunderstand what Will Stein has said. He said, "Throw to score, run to win." He says that he was saying that when he was at UT San Antonio. So, I don't know how if you're, you know, if your job is to cover football, I don't know how you could misunderstand that. But I mean, I'm not. Maybe we will throw the ball 40 times a game. I don't know. I'm just tired of seeing UK football beat themselves in close games. Well, Corey, that was only the last year we really beat ourselves. I mean, look, we had a bad 3 years there. He had a bad 3 years. Or 2 years, really. No, he had a bad 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. He only had 2 years. Yeah, we were 4-8 and then 5-7. Yeah, I mean, look, the Texas game. Yeah, I mean, we could have won that. Happens, man. That's football. Possession, bad play calls, losing games there. Well, the only game that we really lost, we could have won is Texas. However, when we got down in the red zone, we didn't have receivers, guys. We didn't have a go-to receiver. We had nobody to throw to. We had to run the ball. I mean, so yeah, we won't have that problem this year. We'll be able to throw the ball. So yeah, a lot of one-on-ones in this offense. Yeah. So yes, they're not running. We're not lining up and running the ball up the middle. I mean, running the ball. I mean, hey, we almost beat Texas doing it, but we came up a little bit too short there. I mean, hey, that was last year. This year it'll be different. Outside zone run. He likes to run outside, which is basically looks like a sweep to me. They call it outside zone run. It looks like a Packer sweep to me. You're just pulling everybody, but we'll see rack up the touchdown this year. Oh, Willie, yeah, yes, Willie Rodriguez, yeah. I think first team SEC. I think he's going to be the best tight end in the SEC. I don't know who's better than him. I don't know who they named ahead of him, and I don't care because he's as good as anybody, and he'll probably be in the NFL. So, but I am doing a video on Trey Proctor, a tight end from that we got a 3-star. That's 6'5", 220. That's a monster. He's coming in next, and we got Skinner and Elijah Brown, Justin Caddis, Josh Caddis's brother. So we got so many tight ends. We're loaded. Boyer, I think Boyer's got one more year. Yeah. So Boyer, I mean, look, guys, in the NFL, they're playing 3 tight ends. The Seahawks won the Super Bowl playing 3 tight ends. The Rams played 3 tight ends, 13 personnel, guys. And you put 8 people on line of scrimmage. The Seahawks did it to run the ball, and the Rams did it to throw the ball. So, man, I mean, look, we could do 3 tight ends. We got 3 tight ends right now. So, yeah, maybe we'll see a little 13 personnel. Maybe I'll call up his coach's show and ask him, hey, will we ever see 13 personnel? 8 wins for Kentucky. You think, Tony? Well, I don't know. Look, man, I'll take 6. I'll definitely take 6. Well, I mean, I'll take 8, but it's just I don't set us up. I just don't want to set us up for 8 wins because it's going to be a small. We play some hard teams. Not playing Auburn, not playing Mississippi State, not playing Arkansas. We don't play the bottom teams. That's the only thing that hurts us is we play 7 ranked teams, 7 out of 12 games. I mean, that's just hard to do. Tennessee, we'll see what they got. So they have a new quarterback, but it's Josh Heupel. So Derek, DJ Miller, yep, I agree. That's Derek. That's the key, man. We have to develop some receivers. I mean, that's the key. That's our weakness on offense, really. On defense, a cornerback, Nichols and this Hassan Sykes. I don't know how good they are. That's our only weakness. Our linebackers and safeties but yeah, if our defense holds up, yeah, we were they said next to last in pass defense in the SEC last year. We gave up 240 yards passing a game. So yeah, can't do that. What Skinner is like, yeah, he looks like he passes the eye test. Yeah, Elijah Brown. Yeah, we're loaded at tight end, and tight ends can be receivers. So, how good is Kentucky's offensive line for next year? Well, our first five, our starters are really good. Backups, we got 7 or 8, but we need to get the ninth and 10th person. We just need to develop who's going to be a backup role. I still don't know who the backup center is. We'll see when the first depth chart comes out, which will come out in August. But yeah, our first 5 offensive linemen are good. It's just, knock on wood. And this Mark Robinson guy from UTEP, who is a left tackle. So he's a backup, most likely. He's good. So, we got, like I said, 8 really good. Now, on defense, we got 10. We're 10 deep on defensive line. Right tackle or Ippy. Yeah, I mean, look, this Mark Robinson guy from UTEP, they may move him over. I don't know what they're going to do here. Well, how many? We have 19 offensive linemen on the roster, a couple freshmen. So, yeah, and some people haven't played. I mean, the kid from Alabama, this Lennon, this Max Anderson from Tennessee. I mean, we'll have to see. But we still have, Rob Fogler, Malachi Wood. But the kid from Ohio State, T. that kid's going to be good. Yeah, I mean, I think our first 5 are really, really good. Cutter Leftwich, the offensive line coach, I like that guy. Enthusiastic. I really like him. I mean, look, we're going to find out. I think we're good. And, I don't know we got a JUCO kid, Jordan Knox. They said he's pretty good, but he's a JUCO. So, I don't know. Well, look, if he's good, put him in there. But this dude, Robinson from UTEP, that's my sleeper guy. That guy's pretty good. Mark Robinson from UTEP. He's a junior, and he was like second team all whatever conference, OVC, whatever they were in, whatever UTEP was in. He's a solid player. He played at I think he played Division II, or JUCO. Then he's been moving up. So, I mean, we're gonna find out. So, 15 to 20 seniors, 8 wins. I tell you, you're stuck on 8 wins. Well, I hope you're right, brother. If we have 8 wins, everybody will be happy. I just don't know who the 8 people are going to be. Everybody's good, guys. But our high school class looks good. I came out here to talk basketball. We're going to talk football. Okay, we'll talk football. Our high school class is solid. I don't care about rankings. I care about him getting the players that he wants to develop. And a lot of players you can see, he got who he wanted. Yeah, all this 3 and 4 star stuff, guys. I mean, that doesn't mean, that's not written in stone that the guy's going to be good because he's a 4-star and you're a 3-star. So, developing, Mark Pope said, we develop players. Well, Will Stein's probably going to say that we develop players. Well, we better develop players. Seem to be our coaching staff. Yeah, I mean, look, recruits seem to like it. Yes, they do. Yes. And you know what else they like, Corey? Money. But they do like, I mean, look, if you're an offensive player, why would you not play for Will Stein? If you're a quarterback or wide receiver or offensive lineman, and he's putting quarterbacks in the NFL, why would you not play for him? That's why we got the second-ranked quarterback now that I can't think of his name off the top of my head. That's why we got him, right? So what is his name? Well, I can't remember his name, Tom. What is his name? Narot, Jake Narot. That's why we got Jake Narot, right? Yeah. So, yes. So, I mean, look, that's what we needed. Which SEC football teams are we going to be beating? Well, I'm going to tell you who we need to beat. We need to beat Vanderbilt, South Carolina, and Louisville. I'm not going to count SEC. We got to beat Florida, South Carolina, Vanderbilt, Louisville. If we can win those 4, there's a path to 8 wins. If we can't, then yeah, that's 6 wins right there. If you do the 2 non-cons and you win at South Carolina and you get Vanderbilt, Florida, and yeah, Vanderbilt, Florida, South Carolina, and Louisville, that's 4, and the 2 non-cons are 6. That's who I say we beat. Can we get at Missouri? Can we get at Tennessee? Can we get? I don't know, guys. And Louisville's ranked in some polls, so playing 5 ranked teams. Oh, I thought it was. I thought it was more than that. I thought it was 7. Well, some people have Louisville ranked, and some people don't. What was the other team? Some people have Louisville ranked, and some don't. And then there was one more team that was questionable ranked, but I think they fell out. I think it was Tennessee, and I don't think they're ranked. You might be right. But so that gives us 7 games. So that gives us 5 games against because the 2 non-cons are not going to count. So we have 5 ranked teams and 5 unranked teams. The 5 unranked teams are Vanderbilt, Florida, South Carolina. I'm thinking off the top of my head. I don't have my phone on me. Okay, who would that be? The 5 SEC schools that are not ranked would be Missouri, South Carolina. No, excuse me, would be Vanderbilt, South Carolina, Florida. I'm missing two teams, 1 or 2 teams there. Somebody else is not ranked, and I can't think of who it is. But I know Oklahoma's ranked, Texas A&M's ranked, LSU's ranked. Yeah, I mean Tennessee's not. I said okay, Tennessee's the other team. Tennessee's not ranked, but they're close. Okay, they're like 25 to 30. So yeah, there's your other teams. So yeah, so all those games are hard. So top 30. If you do top 30, yeah, now you're going to get Louisville, Tennessee. Yeah. So once again, tall order, but we'll see. Nobody knows. So let's get optimistic. I mean, it's still going to come down to defense and run the football. Yeah, you got to stop some people. But hey, get excited about it. Our quarterback, guys, we got one. I still can't believe they put him down at the bottom. If I see one more Finebaum channel put Kenny Minchie at the bottom down there of the SEC in quarterbacks, I mean, come on, you can't be that stupid. I mean, you cannot be that retarded. You can't be. I must say a bad word. I said the R word. They'll probably throw me off for saying that. But yeah, you can't be that. Come on, man. He's not the next to last quarterback. Come on. You didn't watch any film or you don't know anything about football. If you think, yeah, he's next to last, get out of here. Stop it. Kenny Minchie is good. Ask the people at Notre Dame. Yeah, I live in Indiana, as you guys know. And everybody that's a Notre Dame fan tells me he should have probably been starting. So, yeah. 7 games are at home. Yes, they are. 2 non-cons. Yeah, and then 5 and 5. Yes, it'll always be 5 and 5 and 2 non-cons at home. It'll always be 7 home games because we're going to have 5. Next, we'll flip it, and then we'll have 4 SEC road games and 1 in Louisville. So Louisville, I count. So we'll always be 7 home games. Yeah. So how many rushing yards Minchie gets? You know what? I hope he doesn't have to run a lot because if he has to run a lot, but I bet you he gets 12 games. I bet you he averages 30 yards a game. If he doesn't get sacked, because sacks, here we go. Sacks kind of get rushing yards. So I'd like for him to average about 30 yards a game. So 300 yards would be nice. 300 to 400, 350 yards. That'd be good. That'd be a good rushing year. You know what I'm saying? Just run when you have to. So yeah, if he could average 300 yards, 300 yards in 12 games, which he ain't gonna run. He isn't gonna run the non-cons. What's up, Avio? Sitting on injury wise, as far as we know, nobody is injured other than Sam Green is really injured right now, and he should be good to go. CJ, his brother said in football or basketball, right? So yeah, this started out as a basketball conversation, but we'll go. No, we're good. All the people that were in, no one's injured now. So now they just didn't play him in the spring. So they will. Baxter and Barnes will now play, and Nick Anderson will now play in the summer. Obviously, you're going to be in summer camp because you got to get ready. So no, we're good. Sam Green's, like I said, they said at the end of last year he might not come back, but now they're saying he will be back for the first game. So there you go. Who's Kentucky's last All-American? Our last All-American? That's a good question. Let's see. We had one in the 90s. We had the kickoff returner. We had little man. Who was our last All-American? That's a good question. The tight end. What's his name under the air raid? Not Jimmy Haley, but somebody. One of the tight ends. The kickoff returner. Of course. Now I can't think his. Now I'm losing names. Now I've been watching film on our '70s teams, guys. I didn't know who the people from the '70s were. I can't remember who. I can't remember the tight end. It was during the air raid. It was during Hal Mummy's. I think it was his last year. The dude was an All-American. Well, Tim Couch was an All-American, obviously. But it's the wide receiver and the kick returner who ran all the kicks back. Now that I can't think of his name. Thank you. Kennard is our last All-American. Okay. He was a defensive player, right? Snell or Bowden have been. No, they didn't make it. Snell, but no, not Bowden. Offensive lineman. Well, in the 90s and early 2000s, we had one or two there. So yeah, okay, offensive lineman. I don't even know Kennard. Man, what year was that? Was that under Stoops? I guess that would have to be under Stoops. Josh Allen was not an All-American. No. He wasn't even second team. Yeah. Nope, not Randall Cobb. You know why? Bowden and Cobb, those guys, they were playing quarterback, running back, wide receiver. They were doing too many. They didn't have stats on any one thing. So, yeah, they should have been. But, no, they were not All-Americans. No. Big right tackle when we won 10 games. Okay, right. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. No, he is probably the last guy. Now, there's first team All-American, second team, third. Now, if you're talking, I don't know. We haven't had a first team All-American since I think the tight end was Jimmy Haley. Was it Jimmy Haley? One of the ones that caught all the pass. That was 98. So, if we type in Kentucky football All-Americans, let's just type it in. Football. Now that you guys are making me. It's going to be a short list, I think. I don't know who we get. Oh, it's on here. No, I'm not a robot. Who we got here? Consensus. Derek Abney. See, Derek Abney's who I was thinking of. Max Duffy, 2019. Well, there you go. Darren Kennard, 2021. But Max Duffy, James Whalen, that was the tight end. Derek Abney, I couldn't pull out. And Lynn Bowden was in 2019. Okay, I did not know that. AP, all-purpose. Okay, he was an all-purpose All-American. Okay, is that what it means? All-purpose, yeah. Because Derek Abney. Okay, so Lynn Bowden was. I guess, yeah. Consensus All-Americans. There you go. Max Duffy, 2019. Darren Kennard, 2021. Of course, then you got to go back to Art Still, Sam Ball, then the 50s. Yeah. So there's only 12 guys. That's all there is. Okay, 12 people. There you go. 12. I don't know if it's disrespect, APO. There's a lot of good players in the country. Yeah, I don't think it was disrespect. I thought Tim Couch would have been, but once again, you got to win games to be an All-American. It's hard when you're losing to be an All-American. Now, punt returners, it doesn't matter. Punter doesn't matter. In fact, you probably got to be on a shitty team to win punter. But yeah, to be, a running back, you got to be really on a really good team. Bowden beat Penn State on his own. Well, he ran that kickback. Yeah, he ran a kickback. Yeah, and he played well in that game when we needed points. But yeah, he was all-purpose. So yeah, he was not at a quarterback. All-purpose is special teams, really, or all-purpose. Like that year, I think that year he played quarterback, wide receiver, and running back because we had, started out, then the quarterback got hurt. So yeah. Couch should be our last first team all right. Nope. Yeah, nope. He did not win the Heisman, WKRP. He was in the voting, but he did not win. Stupid dude that went to the Cincinnati Bengals won. Yeah. I love Hal Mummy. Tim Couch went to a damn expansion team in Cleveland and then, just got sacked. He got sacked 60 times his first year. No wonder he hurt himself. Jesus, 60 times. I mean, no, Hal Mummy. I like Hal Mummy. Biggest win of the Stoops tenure. I mean, there's too many of them to say. WKRP. He beat the Florida. He stopped the Florida streak. He stopped it. Well, he didn't stop the Tennessee streak. What's his name did? It's the only game that Joker Phillips won. But he stopped Tennessee from routing us. He stayed. Man, I don't know what his biggest win was. Beating Penn State and Iowa in those bowls because they thought they were the shit, and we beat them. So he had so many big wins. Look, if we wouldn't got those 10 games taken away because of stupid Chris Rodriguez ghost employment, he'd be 82-80. So yeah, I mean, gonna be hard. 13 years. You coached 13 years in the SEC or the Big Ten. That's a long damn time. I mean, you had to make it through a lot of shit. There was no NIL, so he was great at developing players. So different time now. Different time. You gotta be an agent. You gotta have money. Gotta manage money. If we get beat 60-0, Bama, questioning's time. Well, dude, if we get beat, they'd be questioning. Well, yeah, any coach, you get beat 60. First of all, we're probably not gonna get beat 60-0. Now, I'm not saying we're gonna get blown out. This isn't Hal Mummy, okay? Stein's going to play field position, and I don't think we got to get beat 42-17. We ain't going to get beat 60-0. Now, Hal Mummy, to his credit, would not punt the ball, and I like that shit. But I didn't care if we got beat by Tennessee 62-30-31. He was like, "We're not punting the ball. We're going for it." But no, Will Stein. First of all, Alabama's not going to beat us 40-0. Okay, forget that. They're not good enough. Texas A&M, Oklahoma. That's the games I worry about. Yeah, but no, I don't see us getting beat 60-0. Yeah, anybody that gets beat 60-0, you have to question yourself. The offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator would have to be looking at themselves, going, "Oh, yeah, I don't think that happens." 18 weeks until Thanksgiving. Yeah, I love summer and I don't like winter. So I don't. The only thing I like about winter is football and basketball. And we actually started off with basketball. This was about Mark Pope, but what the hell? We'll talk about football. Who wants to talk about basketball, right? Look, we're a creator, a team of creators. Mark Pope said, It's all you need to know. It's the only thing that he said that was really relevant is we're a team of creators. Creating what? I hope it's creating wins. So, yeah, let's create some wins. A team of winners. But no, yeah, I mean, look, football's coming up. But, yeah, Corey, I hope we don't get beat. Yeah, if we get beat 60-0, we all be questioning ourselves. Is Baxter a 100,000-yard rusher? It depends, Corey. They play one back. He plays a lot of one-back sets. So, I don't know that we'll have 1,000 yards. I think you're going to see Baxter, Barnes, and Patterson all get playing time. So I don't think we'll have 1,000-yard rusher. I could be wrong because we play. I mean, he does play two backs sometimes, but a lot of one back sets because we're going to be playing. We're going to have to spread the field if we want to win. So I'm going to say probably won't be 1,000. I'd like to have three. I'd like to have two 500-yard rushers and Patterson get about 350. That'd be fine with me. Yeah, 3 500-yard rushers. That's fine with me. What's up, Jay? Austin McGinnis was a really good kicker. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was all SEC. Yeah. Yeah, he won Mark Stoops. Listen, Mark Stoops would not have been here. And I did not think he was going to make that kick against Mississippi State, guys. How many yards is that? 59? I thought, well, Mark Stoops is going to get fired. Yeah, I mean, oh, man, he saved one play, guys. One play. That's all it takes. One play. But yeah, Austin McGinnis, 59 yards. I thought there's no way he's going to make this. And he made it by about 2 yards. So uh, we need to do well on special teams. Starters are going to be special teams. That's Will Stein's philosophy. So has always had good kickers and punters. Yeah, we have. Yeah, I started to say this is punter you. Uh, but no, look, we just want to be respectable, right? I mean, Florida. Everybody loves Florida, so we gotta get some home games, guys. If we start losing home games, if we don't beat Florida Vanderbilt, we gotta get Florida Vanderbilt and somebody else. Weeks until Christmas. Wow, Tony, you counted down. Stoops like those Australian kickers. Yeah, they were good. This kid from Murray State's good. So, I mean, we got another one. I don't care how he kicks it, as long as he can kick it. They're good at the squib kicks. They're not trying to put the ball in the air. They're running around squib kicking it. So, do we play Missouri? Yes, at Missouri. Can we beat them? They're ranked in the top. They're ranked like 20th to 25th. I don't know if we can beat them, Corey, but they're good. They're ranked. We play on the road, so we won't be favored. As of right now, I think we're only favored in. Let me look at the odds. I have the odds right here, guys. Let's look at the betting odds. How many games are we favored in? We're favored in. We're not favored in what? We're not favored in any of these games? Oh, FBS. Well, we're favored against South Alabama. We're favored in the two non-cons. We're a 12-point underdog to Alabama, 19-point underdog to Texas A&M, 10.5 point underdog at South Carolina, 14-point underdog to LSU, 16-point underdogs at Oklahoma, 3.5-point underdog Vanderbilt, 14.5 underdog Tennessee, 8.5-point underdog Florida, 13.5 Missouri, 4.5 Louisville. We're only favored in Vegas in 2 games, guys. 2 games. Now it's early. If we beat somebody, then that could change. But as of right now, that's the odds in Vegas. If you want to bet, which I don't even know if you can bet those. Usually be a dogfight. Yes, Missouri. Yes, 200 on Kentucky against Missouri. Wow. Okay. Wow. But look, I mean, I don't know much about Missouri. Look, it'd be nice to get Missouri, but we got to get Florida, Vanderbilt, at South Carolina, Louisville, the 2 non-cons. That's 6 games. That's a bowl. That's a feel-good year. And we need to play everybody else. We don't need to get blown out. And look, we're going to get blown out a game or two. Okay, just write it down. But don't get blown out more than 1 or 2 games. Renovate like Vandy. Well, okay, well, good. Maybe their stadium, but we will see. Look, it's the SEC, guys. Every game's a dogfight. It's just from top to bottom, it's the best league. I mean, and we don't get to play any of the bottom. We don't get to play the 3 teams that are just as bad as we are. So yeah, Vandy. We'll see. Vandy spent a lot of money on football. I think they're ranked ahead of us in basketball. I think they spent a lot of money in basketball. Somebody's ranked ahead of us in basketball. We're 5th. Do we play A&M? Yes, we play at Texas A&M, where we are a 17-point. I think I just said 17-point underdog. Yes, and A&M is good. They're ranked 7th or 8th. So, yeah, that's the 3rd game. We play Alabama the 2nd game, then at Texas A&M. Yeah, that's not going to be easy. At Oklahoma, LSU. Like I said, guys, you look at our schedule, you're just like, it's the 2nd hardest schedule in the SEC and the 5th hardest schedule in the nation. Most people got us around that. Yes, tough. Yeah. Oh, yeah. College Station. Absolutely. Look, man, those guys, they don't even need teams like that. They can buy whatever player they want. They're spending so much more money than we are in football, guys. If you look at what we spend in football, I think it's 12th to 16th. Okay. In football. So we got to coach them up. We got to use high school players because we cannot compete with Texas A&M, Texas, Alabama, Georgia in football. There's just no way. Not spending money because we're trying to be good at basketball. And other than Arkansas, Well, Tennessee put some money into basketball this year, and Arkansas did. But yeah, it just, trying to win on our budget is, we got to have good coaches. So I think we do. So uh, build it through the high. So look, if we don't have a good first year, and I know we were talking about this on Loyal BBN with BC and Big Mike. Uh, BC thinks we need to win, for the optics that we need to win, 6 to 8 games. I just don't see us winning 8 games. I'm not saying we can't, but let's be realistic here. Okay, you just saw this. Look, Vegas doesn't get stuff wrong. Okay, they put us at 4.5 wins last year. The only team they got wrong last year was Vanderbilt. But yeah, we probably gonna win 5 or 6 games. That'd be a good year, and play well in the rest of them. But trying to keep up with these guys, yeah, we're gonna have to build it with high school players. So I think he's doing the right thing. And then that's going to take time. And those players, you're paying those players, but they're not. A lot of people don't like high school players. Sports Talk J, shout out to Sports Talk J, Tennessee Channel, talks about this. People don't like high school players because you pay them money and they're not playing. Like the people we're paying, they're not playing right now. When they get here next year, all those freshmen we got from this year, most of them are not going to be playing. So you got money sitting on the bench. That's why a lot of people don't like to do it that way. But we pretty much don't have a choice. We can't write that big of a check. Welcome to the SEC starts with Alabama. Yep. WKRP. But I like, what? Alabama, they fixed their rushing issue and their quarterback issue. So we'll see how we beat Alabama. Yes, 1997. And like I said, Anwar Stewart, our defensive line coach, was on the field because he blocked a kick and he ran it back for a touchdown. Got that game in overtime. Tim Couch hit Craig Yeast. So Anwar Stewart is our defensive line coach. He will be standing on that field. That's the last time we beat them. I think that's a good omen. I think Anwar Stewart, everybody needs to go up and touch him, rub his head, I don't know, something. Just touch Anwar Stewart. I think that I'm going to call into the call-in show and say everybody needs to rub something on Anwar Stewart, touch him. Instead of like Notre Dame touching that sign, they need to like line Anwar Stewart up at the beginning of the tunnel, and everybody has to touch him on the way out. And then we beat Alabama. That's good luck. I don't know. I made that up. Last time, yes, but yeah. I was watching that game, and that was on tape delay. The game was not even live. Man, tape delay games back in the day. People don't understand, man. All right. Well, we've been on an hour. We got on to talk about basketball. Okay. Do we want to end on basketball? Everybody in here want to talk football. I get it. Look, basketball. Mark Pope didn't say anything that he doesn't normally say. We're a team of creators. We built the team around Milan Vancilovic. I've talked about minutes. Are you going to take players out of the game? He didn't answer the question. I hate when you don't answer the question. It just depends on the situation. Listen, man, if we're winning, don't take somebody out of the game. Don't take this whole damn, don't take out 3 people. So I don't know what he's going to do, guys. And of course, Trent Noah is the best player in practice. Yeah, he didn't say anything out of school, that is mind numbing. Mason Williams has a college ready body. Yeah, okay. Everybody should have a college ready body, but we're not going on any summer trips. And we're going to Las Vegas to practice and watch NBA Summer League games. I don't like it, but he's trying to get a waiver. He keeps saying something about a waiver. So I don't know if we're going to play somebody in basketball. Look, man, your ass is on the hot seat. You better figure it out. I don't care who we play or we don't play. You got to do well this year. All right, guys. I jumped on here for basketball, and we ended up talking most of the time about football. If you're watching this back, I appreciate you watching this back. As soon as I'll put the shotguns back in the corner, as soon as we get off here, I got to remember to stop. I know it's not a bad look for me, but I don't think it offends anybody. But when I'm on somebody else's channel, I need to, turn my chair this way. But no, look, guys, I enjoyed it. Football's coming. Okay, my series is going. I don't know what. I think I'm on Nick Anderson tomorrow. 25 players you should be excited about every other night. Okay, so tomorrow night I think we're on like number 6, and it keeps going until we get to 25. And I give you 25 players, and not very many people watch those videos, but I don't care because it's hard to put on shorts every night because it's hard to find highlights of Uh, I've been doing this for like 2 years, and yeah, you run out of highlights. But I will keep putting on shorts, and I am going to put on a video of Trey Proctor. If you don't know who Trey Proctor is, before I get off here, he's a tight end. He's 6'5", 220, and he is big and fast and can jump. Impressive. So I will put that on. You know what? I'll put it on tomorrow. I'm going to go set it up as soon as we get out of here. So Trey Proctor video, 3-star tight end, really, really good player. I'm going to put it on tomorrow. So I'll be back probably, what do I work, Friday, Sunday, Saturday, Monday. I'll come on and maybe Monday. But look, Mark Pope gave a good, he did well. Talk KSR, man. KSR. Yeah, I will be back on next week. We lost that game anyway. Oh, am I back on? There, I'm back on. If I'm back on, it doesn't matter, Corey. We lost that game anyway. That was the 2000 game. We won the next year whenever Guy Morris was coach. We lost that one, Dougie Allen. So, hey, you know what? Hey, they didn't catch it, so we're going to count it. All right, guys. Look, go Cats. Have a good week. Be safe out there. Go Cats.